Hey, Katya. Are you still enjoying that life of poverty of yours?
Good evening, Palma. First of all, I'm not in poverty and get by just fine. What makes you think that I'm in poverty? Anyways, what do you want?
Yeah. You're poor compared to my father, so there's no point in acting all tough.
Your father?
Yeah, my father. You haven't heard of him? I got divorced with my husband a few years back, and I'm now living with my parents in their house. You already know that, right? It's not the weird kind of father, all right? I don't need to do such perverted things because my family is already so rich.
Oh, yes, I've heard. I heard that you were so careless with money and so selfish that your husband lost patience with you and divorced you.
Huh? That's not how it went at all. It's just that my ex-husband couldn't keep up with my celebrity lifestyle, which means that we were meant for different worlds in the first place, and we only noticed that after we got married. I pitied him and how he had to live with me in my celebrity world when he couldn't keep up. So I let him go back to the world of the common people.
Huh? You let him go back to the world of the common people? I guess that's one way of putting things.
Huh? What are you trying to say? I know you're jealous of my celebrity lifestyle, but that's no excuse to get all salty on me, all right?
Whatever. Could you get to the point already? Why did you suddenly contact me? I don't have the time to talk nonsense with you all day, so please hurry up and tell me what you came to say.
What do you mean nonsense? But I'm your fellow mother at the kindergarten. That's a bit too mean, don't you think? Anyways, though, I agree. I should just hurry up and tell you the news because it's something that will make you fall to your knees. You won't be able to act all tough after you hear what I have to tell you.
Is that so? Hurry up and say it then.
You see, it's about your husband, Louis. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid he's mine now.
What?
You see, I've been thinking recently that my children need a father and that I need a husband myself. That's when I remembered that your husband, Louis, was such a high-spec and handsome man. Someone like that is wasted on a poor woman like you, so I decided to have him for myself. We've been going out for a few months now, and he finally said that he wanted to get married with me.
So, what you're trying to say is that my husband cheated on me with you?
I don't like how you put it that way. It makes it sound like I did something wrong. I want you to say that this is a successful celebrity marriage. Besides, it's not cheating because I'm a better fit for him than you ever were.
I don't know what your definition of cheating is, but I'm pretty sure that that's not how the law defines it. Anyways, I don't care about any of that. Just get to your point already.
Huh? But I already did get to my point. I just wanted to come and tell you that I stole your husband from you.
Are you sure that's it? You went out of your way to tell me about this yourself, which means that you probably intend on putting an end to this soon, right?
Putting an end to this? What do you mean by that? Oh, you're talking about the alimony, right? Jesus, this is the problem with poor people like you. Your husband just got stolen from you, and the first thing you think about is the money that you're going to receive from me as an alimony? This is why I hate the common people. It's like all their emotions have been replaced with a lust for money.
Calm down, princess. It seems that you don't quite understand the situation. Please don't forget that you're the one who's in the wrong here and not me. You really shouldn't be as proud about this as you are right now.
You're so mean, Katya. It's not my fault that I was a better match for your husband, Louis, than you were. I'll forgive you for being so mean to me, though. Because I'm going to consider what you just said to me as the final cries of the poor woman who just lost her husband.
Could you seriously just stop with all your nonsense? I want to get this over as fast as possible, as reading your text is honestly a pain in the rear end. What are we going to do about the alimony?
That's not a problem. My dad is going to pay for it anyway, so just hurry up and get divorced with Louis, all right?
You're going to count on your father, huh?
Yeah, so what if I count on my father to pay the alimony? What difference does it make to you? Anyways, should I give you 10,000 euros for the alimony or something? That's above the average amount for things like this, right? 10,000 euros is nothing for my father, you see.
Aren't you like 40 years old? And you're seriously saying stuff that a rich teenage girl would say?
Yeah, say whatever you want. You're just jealous your family is too poor for you to rely on your parents yourself. I mean, my father works as the department head for one of the 2 largest companies in this area. His salary increased almost 3-fold ever since he became a department head, which means that even if I'm now divorced and am a single mother, I don't have to worry about money even a single bit. I'm basically a celebrity, you know.
You're getting off topic again, Pelma. What makes you think I wanted to hear any part of what you just told me?
Huh?
I already got that you're very proud of being a celebrity, but I'm going to have to talk with Louis himself first and check whether what you just told me now is true. If necessary, I'm going to be hiring a lawyer after that and ask him or her to handle this for me. Please be a bit more patient, because I won't be able to get divorced with Louis just yet.
Is that so? But are you sure it's all right if you hire a lawyer? I mean, wouldn't that be a bit too expensive for someone as poor as you?
You're still saying that? Like I said, I'm not poor. I don't know why you ever started thinking that in the first place.
I mean, once you get divorced with Louis, you won't be able to maintain your current lifestyle anymore, right? Which is why I'm just so worried about you.
Is that why you've been calling me poor all this time? Because you knew that me and my husband would get divorced soon?
Yep, I've been calling you poor ever since me and Louis started going out, you see. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen, so it's the truth, right? It was so hilarious seeing you confused as to why I was calling you poor.
I think it would be best if you started worrying about yourself and what's about to happen to you before worrying about other people's futures. Just remember, though, that whatever happens to you from now on is your own doing.
Huh? What even is that?
I'm not going to reply to a single one of your texts until I'm finished preparing. Goodbye.
Come on, Katya, what is the meaning of this? Your husband Louis just came to my house. He says that you kicked him out of your house or something? I mean, I get how you don't want to share a roof with a husband who doesn't love you, but Louis is the owner of that house, isn't he? You can't just kick him out like this. You're the one who should leave with your kids. Oh, I get it. Your parents are already dead, right? Which means that you can't rely on them and have nowhere else to go. Not only that, but you're so poor that you can't even stay in a hotel or something. Fine. If that's the case, then I'll forgive you for kicking Louis out of his own home like this. But once you two get divorced and we pay you an alimony, you'll have the money to move out. I won't let you stay in the house after that, all right? By the way, Katya, were you able to hire that lawyer you said you were going to be hiring? My father is getting so impatient and keeps asking me how much the alimony is going to be. I need you to hurry up so he can pay it for me as soon as possible because my father is a busy man, you know? We're just waiting for you now. We'll be able to give you the money on the exact same day you ask it from us. Hey, when's this lawyer of yours going to come? Not only that, but why do you keep ignoring my texts? Why don't you reply at least once? I mean, it's so disrespectful how you keep ignoring my texts, even though you're just a poor woman. Hold on, what is the meaning of this? I happened to go by my dad's office today and saw you entering the building. What does someone like you have to do at a place like that? Oh, don't tell me, but are you currently in the process of trying to find a job after you get divorced? If that's the case, I'll ask to make sure that you don't get hired by his company. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, but that lawyer of yours came today. We're going to give you that alimony you're asking from us by the end of the day, so look forward to it, all right? Katya, what in the world is the meaning of this? Yesterday, when your lawyer came and told me the amount of money we had to pay you, I tried to go and tell Dad about it since he was supposed to pay it off immediately. But when he heard your name, his face went pale and he gave a wail, locking himself in his room. After that, all he said was, "We're screwed." Just what in the world did you do to my father? Katya, what do you mean your husband Louis is just a regular employee? But I thought he was the department head of some other company or something. I also heard from him that the house I thought belonged to him actually belonged to you. I tried to make Louis pay the alimony for me since it looked like my dad wasn't going to be of any use, but even he said that it was impossible. Not only that, but for some reason my mom left my dad divorce papers she had already signed and left. Seriously, what in the world is going on here? This can't be happening. My dad's guilty of embezzlement? Is that why he started panicking and saying that we're screwed?
Good morning, Palma. I was just about to contact you about that myself.
Katya! Finally, you replied to my text. Hey, tell me what's going on here. What do you mean my father is guilty of embezzlement?
Well, it basically means that he's been stealing money that wasn't his. Because of that, your father was fired from the company.
Huh? What do you mean my father was fired?
It means exactly what you think it means. The reason I was about to contact you was to explain this to you myself.
What?
First of all, I'll tell you who I really am to make what I'm about to tell you now as easy to understand as possible. You see, I'm an executive manager at S Corporations.
What?
This is going to answer the question you had yesterday as well, but you probably mistook Louis for being a department head of some company when, in reality, it was me who had that sort of position.
Isn't S Corporations...
Yes, it's the company your father used to work at before he got fired. I was an executive manager there, which means that I was one rank higher than your father at the company. Meaning that I was your father's boss, basically.
You were my father's boss?
Yes, let me continue. You see, your father was the accounting manager at our company. One day, one of our employees noticed that ever since your father got that position, the finances of the company have been a little strange. I decided to investigate this secretly when you suddenly revealed to me that my husband Louis was cheating on me with you. That's when you gave me a hint as to who the person responsible for the company's finances being off was. You told me that your father was going to pay however much money I wanted, right?
Could it be the case that...
Yes. You see, your father, our former accounting manager, was always pretty free with his money. But ever since he was promoted to this new position, he's been spending a bit more money than one would think a person of his salary would actually be able to spend. You see, there were already plans for tens of thousands of euros from the company's finances to be used soon. We were keeping a watch on him because of that, as there was a possibility that he would attempt embezzlement again, you see.
What? You were investigating my father?
Repeating what I say word for word is a sign that you don't actually understand what's happening, you know? Make sure you read these texts I just sent you one more time carefully after our conversation. Anyways, the team that was tasked to investigate your father was able to successfully catch him trying to embezzle some more money. And he was soon fired after that.
What? So the reason that as soon as father got a promotion at his company, we were suddenly able to live a celebrity lifestyle was because...
It probably had something to do with the money he stole from the company.
But if that's the case, then what am I supposed to do now? Your husband Louis is just a regular employee and has no money, so I can't count on him. And the money that my father was supposed to give me to pay off your alimony was actually money that he stole. Who's going to pay for this alimony now?
Palma, have you ever considered working and paying it off yourself?
Huh? I'm supposed to get a job now?
Do you see any other options?
But I've never worked a day in my life.
Well, it looks like you'll just have to start.
Yeah, but...
You can't rely on anyone to pay the alimony for you, right? Which means that you'll just have to pay for it on your own.
I think I'll give Louis back to you.
Sorry, I don't want him anymore. Besides, even if you break up with Louis or something, it won't change the fact that you'll have to pay me an alimony.
Seriously? But I don't want him anymore.
If you have any questions regarding the law, then please ask my lawyer about it. Well then, I'm going to be blocking this account, so please contact me through my lawyer from now on.
Katya, wait!
Well, that was what happened. Palma's father was found guilty of embezzlement, and in exchange for settling things privately, he was asked to return all the money he stole from the company, which amounted to several tens of thousands of euros. It seems that his daughter Palma helped him out with returning this money. Unrelated to that, though, I was able to receive an alimony from both Palma and Louis. I thought that Louis would be taking custody of our children, but apparently he just one day disappeared entirely, telling one of our neighbors that he was leaving to find a new job. For some reason, it looks like Louis is currently with Palma's father somewhere, and one day, after I had almost forgotten about what happened, our office at S Corporations was suddenly just mailed his letter of resignation. According to the rumor, he had to take on a loan from the same people Palma got a loan from as well. I don't know whether that has something to do with this, but no one knows where the three of them are right now, and neither is anyone able to contact them.
Hey, you're Lily, right? You can call me Judith, but I'm sure you already know about me, right? I happen to be your husband's previous wife. Are you surprised to be hearing from me of all people? I'm sure you are right now. Hello? Well, whatever. I'm sure that this is your number and that you are getting all these texts right now. Well, listen here. I happen to have a request for you now that you're married to my ex-husband. I just left my kid at the front door of the apartment you both are living in now. I'd like for you to look over them while I'm gone, all right? I'm going to be late for my plane. I need to get going to the airport right now.
What? Who even are you?
Oh my, so you're going to respond to me like that now? I told you just who I am a few minutes ago. I happen to be your husband's ex-wife.
Huh? My husband's, and you're his ex-wife? What are you talking about right now?
Ooh, perhaps he's really never even told you about me before? Well, that child I just dropped off by your front door, it's your husband's. That's the child that he and I had with one another. And when he and I got divorced, I took custody of the child and have been raising them all this time. However, I just happened to get myself a new boyfriend. And right now, I'm on the way to Hawaii with that boyfriend of mine. So for the next month while I'm out of the state, I want you guys to take care of his kid.
Hold on for just a moment. I don't even have a husband right now.
What?
And actually, what is this about you leaving a child at the front door of my apartment? I don't even have an apartment as I'm living with my parents and this place is a house. It's not even a place that you could even mistake for an apartment or a rental house at that. I believe that you must have the wrong number or something because none of your story is matching up with my life. Can you check the number you're texting one more time for me?
But you're Lily, right? So that means you're the same woman that my ex-husband is married to. And that child I've left with you is my ex-husband's child, your current husband's. So since you're his wife now, you get to watch over the kid for 1 month or so until I'm back home. Understand?
But here's the thing, I don't have anyone I call my husband right now.
Oh, is that right? From what I've heard, you're not even able to make a baby, right?
Huh?
I'm sure that you're super jealous of the fact that I've had a baby with your husband, but there's no helping that, now is there? Well, I'll let you have a month to experience just what it's like to have to care for and raise a kid of your own. Have fun now.
Wait, I haven't even seen any child around this house whatsoever.
Shut the hell up and just take care of my kid. You have 1 month to love that child for me until I'm back home. Now I'm going to be blocking you and your husband's phone numbers.
Hold on for just 1 second, please.
See you later! I literally have zero clue what you've been talking about this whole time. What the hell is going on here? Angela? I think that I've just been wrapped into something really strange and have no idea what to do about it. What's going on with you then? Well, I got this really odd text from someone I've never heard of before. And it has something to do with this person dropping off their kid at my parents' house? Well, actually, she said it was at my apartment door where she dropped her kid off, but I don't have an apartment right now, right? But she didn't believe me and said that I'm going to have to care for her kid now, but I don't even know where this kid is or what apartment they're at. Can you please give me some advice on what's going on here? Do you know who this strange woman might even be? Hold on a sec. My parents just called for me. Huh? All right then. Thank you for waiting, Lily. I'm sorry that I had to get up and leave right when we started to talk. Actually, something really crazy just happened here, and it's not good. What's happening with you all now? At the apartment that my older brother and his wife were living at, his ex-wife dropped off their 5-year-old daughter that he had with her and left. Huh? They just left that kid there? For the time being, he's going to bring his daughter back to his parents' house, and there they'll figure out what to do with her. But he's not even able to get a hold of his ex at all, and having to take on a kid who he was never given custody of is a real problem for him and his wife. So this is about Brennan's kid then, right? I never knew that he got remarried. Ah, that's right. He did a little while back, I think. And in your case, you used to be his girlfriend, so I wasn't really sure when the best timing was to tell you about him and his new wife. I'm sorry that I'm only getting around to telling you now after the fact that I told you about his problem. You don't have to be sorry about it. I've always known that Brennan has a lot of women in his life, and that he wanted to see other people. So we both broke up, agreeing it would be for the best for both of us in the long run. So you really don't need to worry about me when you talk about him, because I have no hard feelings. All right, thank you. But right now, we really don't have to talk about him and his current wife. What we need to talk about is his daughter and the fact that I think I'm wrapped into that situation for some reason. Wait, what? Well, look, I happened to get an odd text from this woman named Judith just a little bit ago. Judith, huh? That's the woman that used to be married to Brennan. I knew it had something to do with you guys. Well, right now, that Judith woman has me confused with whoever your brother is married to and thinks that I have to care for his daughter. She told me she left her child in front of my apartment door and that she'd be gone for 1 month with her boyfriend in Hawaii. And she told me that I'm the one that'll have to watch after her kid now. Are you kidding me? I have no idea why she ended up thinking my number happened to be Brennan's wife's number. I'm going to bring my brother over here now. All right. He's here. He's telling me that every 3 months he's been going out to see his daughter, but his ex-wife Judith comes along with them. And at one point she asked for him to remarry her, but Brennan was going out with you at the time and told her no. Ah, actually, during that time I had a little peek at his phone while he was talking with someone. That was probably him talking to Judith about it. He doesn't seem to really hide a lot of his personal issues from others, and perhaps that's why you were able to notice something on his phone like that. So this all has to do with him and his ex's daughter, then? Right now, Brennan is saying sorry for having this all affect you in some way. Tell him that it's all right. By the way, do you think it's a good idea for me to screenshot everything Judith and I talked about and send those to you? I think that she was really trying to talk with Brennan's wife about this, so she should be made aware, right? I'm sorry, but could you please do that for us? Right now, none of us even talk with her anymore because we all cut ties to her, so you're our only way of seeing what's going on here. I see. I'll send you the screenshots right away. Thank you, Lily. That'll help us a lot. Lily, thank you for those screenshots. Right now, both my brother and his wife are very thankful for these. I just wanted to let you know that. I'm glad to hear that they're thankful for them.
And so, we all plan on handling this issue on our side here, but it seems that now Judith has gone and blocked Brennan's number. And since he can't talk with her now, there's no way for him to tell Judith that you're not his wife and have no connection to any of this. Ah, that's very true. Then the next time I hear something from Judith, I'll send you a text and let you know what's going on with her. How's that sound? Perfect. I'd really like you to do that for us. All right then, leave that up to me then. I am so very sorry that we have to keep relying on you for something you have no part in. Right now my brother is trying to think of ways to get you out of all this, so just give him a little longer and I'm sure he'll think of something. But for the time being, you'll just have to hang tight. No worries, Angela. I really hope that this all can be resolved very soon.
Lily, this would be Judith, and I just happened to get back into town. Thank you so much for taking great care of my daughter for me. I told you already, I have never been married to anyone and have no recollection of anyone ever being my husband before. Yeah, whatever. And about all that, since you already have her in your care, I'd like to leave my daughter with you forever now. While I was in Hawaii with my boyfriend, he went ahead and proposed to me. And when it comes to my now fiancé, he is a man of great wealth and would have what many call a proper physique. And since he's so good, I don't really want my daughter getting in the way of us anymore. So you can go ahead and keep her for me. She's not my problem anymore. You already happen to have problems making babies, so think of this as a heartwarming present from me. So please, take her away from me and keep her as your own now.
So what you're saying is that you're giving the rights to your daughter to Brennan? And since your daughter is already in the care of both him and his wife, you won't have any complaints about that, right?
That's a good point. Well, I'd much rather he have full custody of her now, as that leaves no way of me being responsible for her. Go ahead and tell him that's totally fine with me.
Sounds good. Then in the next few days, I'm going to assume you'll most likely get a call from his lawyer that he'll be working with, and I'd like you to answer to them.
Will do.
And one last time, I'd like to tell you this. I am not Brennan's wife and have never been.
You're still going to go on about that?
I happen to be Brennan's ex-girlfriend, and the two of us broke up over 1.5 years ago.
What?
And then after breaking up with me, he happened to marry another woman. So as of right now, that's what I know about his situation. I just wanted to let you know that your daughter has been fed and housed by them for the last month, and that they will be taking her in for good now.
You really cannot give that crap up, can you? Always gotta try and make me believe something as ridiculous as that now. I've already said that you're keeping my daughter now, so you can shut up about all that. Bye now. Lily? I am not letting you guys have my daughter anymore. Give her back to me right now.
I've already heard from those two that all the paperwork has been completed and that she's now their daughter.
That guy that proposed to me before happens to be no good. And he told me things are off now because he found out I had a kid. And so he's gone and left me for dead now.
What? You kept the fact that you have a daughter a secret from that man?
Well, I had no other choice, all right? It's way too difficult for younger men to want to be with women like me who have a kid already with someone else, right?
Well, I'm not really going to comment on that one, but come on, Judith. You can't just hide the fact that you have a child from your boyfriend like that, thinking he'd be okay marrying later when he finds out.
I don't need that crap from you right now. I just want my baby back, so hurry up and hand her over to me. If you don't, I am no longer going to get any kind of money from Brennan as child support for her.
I see. So that's why you ended up giving full custody of your guys' daughter back when you both divorced. It was all about that money from him. And it wasn't even like there was something wrong with Brennan anyway that made the court choose to give you full custody. I heard that you happened to have been cheating on him at the time, and when he asked for a divorce, you made up this whole story so that you could get your daughter from him. And it wasn't even about her.
Who the hell cares about the past? Right now, all we need to be focused on is the fact that I don't want you guys to have her anymore. I'm her real mother, and I don't approve of this anymore, so give her back now.
You're wasting your time telling me that.
Me telling you all this will make things go a lot quicker for me since you're his wife.
My God, I have told you this too many times now. I do not have a husband. No husband. The woman that's married to Brennan right now is a completely different person from me.
And I told you, you can give all of that crap up now. Give me my dang kid back.
You're not mentally stable, are you? I'm blocking you now.
Wait! Why are you blocking me?
Because Judith never seemed to get a grasp of the situation I had been explaining to her, the lawyer that Brennan had been working with talked to her for the rest of us and gave her the same explanation. And when she had finally learned that she'd been talking to the wrong woman this whole time, her face turned bright red. And right as the lawyer told her that, she picked up her smartphone and completely wiped all the conversation we had and my contact off of it. After that, she was not able to get any more money from Brennan for her daughter, and instead, she had to start paying him. And because of this, she ran to his apartment and started to bang on his door while screaming for him to let her have her daughter back. And right as she was about to kick the door in, the new renter of that apartment opened it and looked her square in the eyes. Apparently, Brennan and his wife moved back into his parents' house, now that they both have a kid to take care of. With Judith no longer having her rich boyfriend with her, and with her not receiving child support anymore, she had to start working a job. But she was fired from that job not even a week after getting it for some reason. And that left her with a life where every day she has to be worried about where her next meal will be coming from.